morning, everyone. Just in case you didn't see my message, Judge Williams is going to log on around 9:15 to start court.
Good morning, everyone. Are you able to hear me? And it's the jail on the screen.
One Judge Williams,
Good morning.
the jail dropped off the screen. They were here earlier, but I know we're having internet problems here, so they
Because
may
of
be
the
back.
storm.
I don't know if it's because of the storm, but this all started yesterday.
Oh,
Uh, Phone lines went down, and the internet was having problems. People are having problems getting logged into Zoom from inside of Fulton County. So hopefully they'll be back on soon.
okay. Mr. Shataya, have you had a chance to interview all of your um clients? Mr. White, same question.
Not yet, Your Honor. I'm about to get in touch with courtroom two. I'll be calling them soon.
Oh, there they are. There they are. There's courtroom two. All right. Good morning, everyone. This is the state all-purpose calendar in the state court of Fulton County, Georgia. I am Judge Melanie Williams, and at this calendar today, we'll address matters. I will take pleas, arraign cases as necessary. All defendants, please pay close attention. You have an absolute right to remain silent. Anything you say regarding the facts of your case can and will be used against you. You also have a right to counsel today. And as you can see, I'm conducting this hearing over the internet as a live stream. It's also being recorded. That means any member of the public can log on and watch. When I ask if you understand your rights, that is what I am referring to. All right, Miss Kim, who's there with you at courtroom two?
Good morning, Judge. This is going to be position number 45, Mr. Wilson.
Okay. Okay, I have that this is a negotiated plea, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, and whose case is this for the state?
Your Honor, that's mine. Thank you very
Uh,
much.
All right, good morning. Hold on. Mr. Wilson, your case is 25 CR 002023D. In this case, you're charged with trespass and possession and use of drug-related objects. Do you understand your rights?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You said you do? Okay. All right, Ms. Westman, if you would please give me a very brief factual basis and your recommendation.
Yes, Your Honor. The defendant entered the King's Market Shopping Center. Employees said the defendant has come in there multiple times asking to use a phone or begging for money. He was issued a warning, which he signed. After the officer turned over the paperwork to the business officer, he discovered that defendant had been served a trespass warning to not return to the entire complex the previous evening, which he signed. The defendant also possessed a glass smoking device for inhaling narcotics, which contained residue. Your Honor, the negotiated plea is for count one, 12 months to be served 32 days, credit for time served 16 days. And let's see, probation 40 hours, community service, stay away from Braemar Property Group at 1425 Market Boulevard, Suites 200 and 520 in Atlanta. And for count two, time served 32 days, credit for time served 16 days.
Thank you. Ms. Kim, was that your understanding? And do you so stipulate to those three elements?
Yes, we do, Your Honor. We would like to, he is currently unemployed, so we would like to request that probation fees to be waived for first 3 months. And then upon the completion of 40 hours of community service, we would like to have probation to be terminated or become non-reporting.
All right, I will waive 1 month of fees, Ms. Kim, and when he's finished, it can go non-reporting, all right?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Wilson, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today will be the truth to the best of your knowledge and is given under the penalty of perjury?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can put your hand down. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at this time?
No, ma'am.
Did anyone force you to take a plea today?
No, ma'am.
Did anyone promise you anything in exchange?
No, ma'am.
And you understand that taking a plea, you're giving up your right to trial by judge or by jury?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're giving up your right to have the state prove these charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yes, ma'am.
And you further understand that taking a guilty plea can affect other aspects of your life,
Yes, ma'am.
such as probation, employment, things of that nature.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and you understand the requirements that you cannot go back to that location. They do not want you there, but you also need to complete 40 hours of community service. And as it pertains to this case, however, you should not have additional time to serve in the Fulton County Jail. Do you understand all of that, Mr. Wilson?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, as to the charges previously listed, how do you plead?
Guilty.
I accept your guilty plea. Anything additional from the state or the defense?
No, ma'am.
All right, best of luck to you, Mr. Wilson. Mr. Coleman, who is your client?
Okay. So
You're muted, Mr. Coleman. I can't hear what you said.
I apologize, Your Honor. My client is Roger Drouet. I think he's 6 and 7 on the calendar.
Is it possible for us to do that, Kay?
You said position 6 through 7?
I think
Yes.
it's 6 and 7. Let me verify.
What's the last name?
Drouet.
Okay,
Okay.
yes, you can go next.
Okay. And what is your announcement for this
Correct.
case today, Mr. Coleman?
Well, I just got brought in on this case, Your Honor. My client has 2 separate charges. One of the main one is there's a DUI out of East Point, and then there is a domestic charge there in Fulton. He's on a cash bond. He has 2 cash bonds. I've been speaking to the prosecutor on this case. They have sent over an offer. He's not quite prepared to take those offers right now.
So you're rejecting it. You're gonna enter a waiver of arraignment then, Mr. Coleman?
Yes,
Okay. Do you wish to be heard on bond today?
I do. I think he
Okay.
has 2 cash bonds right now. My goal is, because the family doesn't have the money to pay those cash bonds, can we get those converted to good bonds?
We'll
so that
have
they
to
can-
see. We'll have to see. All right, we're gonna hold a bond hearing then. Mr. Drouet, you have 2 cases, 23 CR 002 883H. You're charged with DUI, open container, having no license while driving, and failure to yield. And on your second case, 24 CR 00101 8H, you're charged with simple battery family violence. Do you understand your rights today? Is that a yes?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes,
All right, Miss Washington, can I have the history for this defendant, please? Position 6 and position 7.
Yes, Your Honor. There are 9 arrest cycles. There was an FTA listed from the 18th of April. There was also an FTA from March of last year. There are no misdemeanor convictions that are listed. And I don't see any other relating charges. Nothing further.
Okay.
Judge, he's position 6 through 9.
Oh, my apologies. Oh, the others are FTAs. I'm sorry, yes. Understood. Those are FTAs. You also have 2 FTAs, sir. All right, Ms. Harrison, please proceed with your position regarding the bond. And I'm assuming those FTAs turn back into good bonds as well. Is that what happened when he FTA'd? Okay. Okay, he has sureties on the FTAs. All right. Okay, Ms. Harrison, please proceed.
Yes, Your Honor. So I'll give you the facts of the cases. Okay. Yeah, the first case with the DUI, on July 2022, officers were dispatched to the intersection of Stonewall Road and Roosevelt Highway about a motor vehicle collision. Upon arrival, they noticed the defendant was slurring his words and smelled like alcohol. He did present the officers with an ID card, and they ran his information through GCIC and received a return of a person not licensed with a suspended license from January of 2020. They conducted a field sobriety test on the scene, and the defendant blew a .221 and was placed under arrest. For the second, the simple battery case, which is 24 CR 001018, Officers were dispatched to a call of a domestic disturbance. Once they arrived at the scene, they met with the victim, Ms. Jada Roll, who was standing outside of the location with the two minor children. She stated that the children's father, which is the defendant, had charged at her and attempted to choke her while trying to collect the children's items. He then pushed her into a chair and made a fist but didn't strike her. At that moment, the officers noticed that the defendant did have a warrant out of Fulton County for the DUI. The third, I believe that was the two charges, and then of course there's the two FTAs. In light of the defendant's criminal history, we are asking for, sorry, excuse me.
What's the current breakdown of the bond now on position 6? Does anybody know?
Give me just 1 second, Judge. I'll pull it back up.
Okay. Okay,
said,
understood. I got you. I see, Mr. Jordan.
You got a 3,000 cash on position 6.
And Your Honor, I did want to add, I did see an arrest from April 25th of this year for criminal trespass in Union City, and no disposition was listed. So I'm not sure if that case is still open.
Okay, thank you. So he has 3,000 cash on the DUI and 2,000 surety on simple battery?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And the FTAs themselves don't have their own surety bonds, no?
No, Your Honor, we were gonna null process those on the acceptance of the underlying pleas, but
Right. I know, but if he doesn't take that plea, what happens to the FTAs? There's still bonds on those, right, Mr. Jordan?
Right. So
Right.
he doesn't take the plea, then all the cases will be reset back to the division. But he's actually holding on the FTA holds, not the cases.
Oh, the FTAs are what's holding. The FTAs are the bonds that needs to be
Yes.
set. Okay, understood. All right, I'm sorry. So Ms. Harrison, your position is what? The state, you're gonna give me the state's recommendation to keep the bonds as set, I'm assuming.
Yes, ma'am. We would like to keep the bonds as set. And of course, we are asking for a stay away from the victim's actual residence, which is 7855 Cedar Grove, Fairburn, Georgia. No alcohol, drugs, or weapons, and no further contact with the victim, Ms. Jada Roll. And we'd like to sound for the victim in case she's on the call today.
All right, is Ms. Roll present? All right, not present. Okay, Mr. Coleman, please proceed.
Well, Your Honor, my goal is to give my client an opportunity to get back to work because he is working. My client does understand that he isn't to go back near the residence or be around Ms. Roll through the duration of these cases. The FTAs, speaking to the client's mother, there's been an issue with the mail at the home. While that's, of course, the court has a good address, those things, he hadn't had to change the address because that is a good address. For whatever reason, I don't know what's going on with the mail at their home. That's how these FTAs have occurred. And like I've explained to the mother, you got to fix that because he needs to be in court. The one thing that I will say is I just got involved. I can address to the court that I will be notified of any court date so I can make sure that the client gets there. And I am working with the mother, and she's also extremely supportive to ensure that he'll start getting there because that was one thing I stressed as we spoke about this case coming up. The $3,000 bond I know is the one I'm really asking. That I would like these to be surety bonds. Of course, I'm not asking the court that he doesn't have any skin in the game getting out of in his attempt to get out today. He does not have a history of violence. I could not agree to the DUI because I just got in the case. I have literally seen nothing. That's not anyone's fault. Well, it's not the state's fault. However, because I hadn't seen anything, my client wasn't in a position to accept a plea. I think we will get this resolved rather quickly, but until I get some discovery, get a chance to look at everything, have a conversation with the client, that's the reason he wasn't prepared to accept a plea today.
Okay. All right. I will convert the 3,000 cash to 3,000 surety with those conditions. He stay away from the address. The other bond, the 2,000 surety will remain as set. All right, Mr. Coleman, I do believe you need to prepare that bond order, and send that over to our litigation manager, okay?
Judge,
Okay, thank you.
courtroom
The
dropped
Oh, I'm
FTA,
sorry, say that again. I'm sorry, Mr. Jordan. Hold on one second, Mr.
two
Coleman.
had dropped off. They just came back in.
I can't hear you. I'm sorry, Mr. Jordan. Say that again.
Courtroom 2 had dropped off. I'm not sure if his client was sitting in the seat, but they had dropped off the Zoom. But they're back now.
They're here. Okay, so I'm gonna convert the cash bond to a surety bond. The other surety bond will remain as set. Okay?
thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Best of luck to you, sir. That concludes your case. And Mr. Coleman, does that conclude your business today?
It does, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, take care. Have a good afternoon.
Next, Judge, we have position number 40, Mr. Watts.
Okay. What is the announcement for Mr. Watts? Ms. Kim?
Actually, he was expected to have his bail paid by, bail project, but it didn't go through. So we would like to argue for a signature on bond today, so he can.
Oh, so a bond hearing.
Yes, Your Honor.
And he's rejecting the state's offer?
Yes, Your Honor. He believes he's not guilty at all, and he does not want to have any conviction on the record.
Okay, so your case is 25 CR 001923C. You're charged with theft of service. You understand your rights?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Ms. Washington, can I have that defendant's history? Position 40, Mr. Watts.
Yes, Your Honor. There are 34 arrest cycles. There was an FTA from 2023 and 2019 and 2017. There was a 2025 misdemeanor conviction for driving while license suspended or revoked, a 2023 felony conviction for possession of a firearm in Spalding County, and the defendant is currently on probation for that case for 5 years. In 2015, there was first offender treatment in Clayton County for forgery in the first, theft by deception, theft by receiving stolen property. It appeared, and that was out of Clayton County, and it also appeared that there was first offender treatment in 2015 out of Clayton County for a theft by taking case. And there were prior misdemeanor convictions outside of the 10-year period, including fighting, a DUI, furnishing alcohol, driving while license suspended or revoked, and another DUI. Nothing further.
All right, thank you, Ms. Westman. Please proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would also add to the criminal history, there's an FTA out of Spalding County from February 2025, March 2020 arrest for theft by receiving, a February 2021 for a robbery, 2017 theft by receiving from Griffin Police. And I'll proceed. On April 11th, 2025, the defendant went to Pacific Rim Bistro at 303 Peachtree Center Avenue, Northeast Atlanta. Officer Akerson was advised to respond to a larceny incident there. When he arrived, Sergeant Martin was already there. He had the defendant detained. The restaurant manager said that the defendant entered the establishment, ordered a mixed drink and an entree, which totaled $29.70. They discovered the defendant trying to leave without paying. When he was confronted, the defendant admitted he had no money. He later tried to claim that another man or another individual who he was supposed to meet was going to cover the bill. Regardless, the defendant tried to leave without paying and admitted that he had no money for what he had consumed. Based on this history of 34 cycles, numerous FTAs, arrests and convictions for theft and related charges of thievery and forgery and things like that, we are recommending that the bond stay as is. Thank you, Your Honor.
What's the current bond?
It's $100 cash bond.
Okay. All right, Ms. Kim.
Yes, Your Honor. Client is 39 years old, Your Honor, and his mother is willing to pay. However, because of her disability, she's not able to drive out all the way here at Atlanta, Georgia. And Your Honor, even though he had a history, this particular incident, he was not actually running away from the incident. He was willing to pay for. He just had to charge his cell phone and make one phone call to help, to ask for his help. Either his sister or mother could have easily paid $29.70. He has been here in the jail for more than 20 years. We would like to request for a signature on bond through pretrial if it is necessary. I don't think that this is bail restricted crime. However, if it is not going to be signature on bond through jail, we ask for signature on bond through pretrial. Thanks, Your Honor.
The bond was supposed to be paid last week.
Yeah.
It never came through.
Right.
And Your Honor, the officers and restaurant manager said the defendant tried to leave without paying, just to reiterate that fact.
You have a right to remain silent.
Okay, I'm gonna reduce it. I think there's some question about that bail restriction. I'm not gonna send that through pretrial. I'm gonna reduce it to a $25 cash bond, and hopefully, since his sister or his mother could have been able to pay that if he was gonna pay for the food, hopefully they're able to pay that cash bond for him. All right, best of luck to you, Mr. Watts. That concludes your case at this time. All right, is there anything additional from State of Defense?
No, Your Honor.
I think courtroom 2 is frozen. Okay, courtroom 2 is frozen. All right, I'm sorry, Miss Kim, we lost you for a moment there. Was there anything additional for Mr. Watts's case here? Go ahead.
Basically, even though he has money, nobody can come pay for his bond.
Okay, so-
Bail Project has to try to pay for the bond, but it's gonna take another 10 days. So we would like to request that it can be converted to signature on bond through pretrial.
Okay,
Your Honor.
she's right before the judge right now. Do you want me to hold for this minute?
Let me look some up. How many days has he been there?
20 days, Your Honor.
Okay, thanks.
Let me look. I'll make sure. I think it's bail restricted.
I can bond out the bill. I mean, the tab will be paid and I can have the case dismissed. Oh. They said that the Bail Project paid it last week, but they never came. Nothing never happened.
Sir, don't keep talking. The state can hear you and so can I, okay? And you may think that you're not saying something important, but you'd be surprised. Okay. Let me look at one more thing. All right, I will convert it to a $5,000 signature bond through the jail. He needs to stay away from that location. All right? All right. Best of luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Next, Judge, we have positions number 37 through 39. It's gonna be Mr. Vance.
Oh, this, Your Honor, we have to reschedule this to competency calendar according to PD Bartels.
Has the evaluation been requested?
Your Honor, may I interrupt? I think that you said 37 through 39. 39 is reset, 37 and 38. Mr. Vance is not.
Yeah, Mr. Vanis, good morning, Your Honor. How are you?
Good morning.
Good to see you. Mr. Vanis just has one case. It's number 39. I would ask a reset to competency calendar based on my previous interactions with him and my attempts to see him this week.
Okay, so the gentleman sitting before me, this is number 39, Jesse Vanis.
That is not Mr. Vanis, no.
That's not Mr. Vance?
That's Terry Vance. That's Terrence Vance that's sitting in the chair, correct? And he's not going to competency. Number 39 is, correct?
39 is yes, ma'am. And he's not number 39, Mr. Vanis, who's not this gentleman. He's not able to come out of his.
That's fine. Okay, so we're gonna, and has an eval been ordered, Mr. Bartels, for 39?
It is not, but I can send that in today if you would like it.
Thank you. I would appreciate it so he can be properly reset to competency. Thank you. Okay. What is the announcement, Mr. Shataya, for 37 and 38, Mr. Vance?
For Mr. Vance, it's negotiated complete.
Okay.
My bad. It's okay.
Your Honor, do you want me to recite a few of the facts before I
Yeah,
give?
hold on one second. Mr.
Okay.
Vance, your case is 23. That's interesting. Is that correct? DF? Is that a correct number, Mr. Jordan, or should that be CR? I'm assuming it's supposed to
This
be
is
CR.
a DUI court case.
Oh, okay, and it's back to us? I never seen one come back.
You
All
got
right,
that.
okay. Ms. Vance, your case was previously in DUI court. It's back here, 23 DF 0083349D. You're charged with DUI, failure to maintain lane, failure to signal, failure to have your license, and seatbelt violation. You understand your rights this morning?
Ma'am.
All right, you also have an FTA, which I'm assuming will be taken care of as part of this negotiation this morning. All right, Ms. Westman, now please proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Apologies. Yes, Your Honor. On September 7th of 22, Officer Freeman observed the defendant in an Odyssey van, failing to maintain his lane. He was halfway in the shoulder. Officer activated his blue lights. Defendant did pull to the shoulder. An officer walked up, the defendant was attempting to open the door. Officer could immediately smell a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage. The officer asked the defendant to step out, and if he'd consumed alcohol, defendant said no, and that explained that his front bumper was hanging off, and that's why he couldn't stay in his lane. The officer said there was no damage to the bumper, other than scuffs and some paint missing. The officer asked the defendant about the odor of alcohol, and the defendant stated that it was some wine that was wasted on the floorboard. Defendant admitted that he ran a red light. He was extremely talkative. His speech was slurred. His eyes were watery and bloodshot, and he gave a breath sample with a reading of 0.156. The state's recommendation and the negotiated plea for count 1 is 12 months to serve 46 days with credit for time served 23 days, balance probated, ADET, RR, a $600 fine, 240 community service hours, VIP, and 2 AA meetings a week. Count 2 is time served 46 days, credit for time served 23 days. Count 3, time served 46 days, credit for time served 23 days. Count 4, time served 46 days, credit for time served 23 days. Count 5, time served 46 days, credit for time served 23 days. And in exchange for the plea, we would null pros the FTA at 25 FTA 000818 in exchange for this plea. We would ask the defendant to stipulate to facts, ID, and venue.
You so stipulate, Mr. Shataya?
We so stipulate, Your Honor. I'm not sure if this is his first DUI. If it is, would it be possible to reduce the $600 fine to a $300 fine?
Is it his first DUI? We have to check. Ms. Westman?
He has an arrest for a DUI in Bibb County from 2023.
So I think because of
And
that
he did,
arrest-
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I didn't mean to interrupt. He
Okay.
had a DUI in July of 2013 that actually pled in 2019.
So he's
That's a
not eligible
conviction.
for that reduction then, I don't think, Mr. Shataya. So does your client still want to take the plea today?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Vance, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give today for the very limited purpose of taking a plea will be the truth to the best of your knowledge and is given under the penalty of perjury?
Ma'am.
Do you promise to tell the truth under the penalty of perjury this morning for the purpose of taking a plea?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can put your hand down. Thank you. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at this time?
No, ma'am.
Did anyone promise you anything in exchange for taking a plea?
No, ma'am.
Did anyone force you to take a plea?
No, ma'am.
You understand that taking a plea, you're giving up your right to trial by judge, by jury,
Yes, ma'am.
and you're giving up your right to have the state prove these charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand taking a guilty plea to this charge may affect other aspects of your life, such as immigration, probation, employment, or other things I may not be able to anticipate.
Ma'am.
All right, and you understand those requirements, including the 240 hours of community service, the risk reduction course, the AA meetings you have to attend. You have to undergo some evaluations and you have a $600 fine. You understand that?
Yes.
You should not have any additional time to serve in the Fulton County Jail, however. As to the charges I previously read, Mr. Vance, how do you plead?
Guilty.
I accept your guilty plea. Is there anything additional from state or defense? Hearing none, best of luck to you, Mr. Vance. Your case is concluded at this time.
Thanks.
All right. Who do we have next? I think courtroom 2 is frozen again. All right, who do we have next?
Judge, this is position number 16 through 17, Mr. Hodges.
Okay, what is the announcement? I have needs to speak. Who represents this defendant?
It should be.
In
Mr.
negotiated plea.
It's negotiated, please. Okay, thank you. All right, Mr. Hodges, your case is 24 CR 0078. I'm sorry, 0078225J. You're charged with fair evasion and criminal trespass. You understand your rights today?
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Ms. Harrison, please proceed.
Yes, Your Honor. This incident occurred on November 26, 2024 at the Garnett MARTA station. Officers made contact with the defendant as they observed him entering the station and forcing his way through the fare gate without paying the fare. The defendant stated he did not have a valid form of ID and that the officer should just take him to jail. The state's recommendation for Mr. Hodges on count 1 is time served 56 days, credit for time at 29 days. Count 2, which is the criminal trespass, we're recommending 12 months probation concurrent with count 1. Balance served with a stay away from MARTA, and it's a permanent ban. And for the failure to appear, we would null proceed upon the entrance of the plea for the underlying charge.
Shouldn't it be 28 days? How many days has he actually been in?
Um,
Because the math won't work if it's 28, 29. 29 would be 58 days. Has he been in 28 days or 29 days?
So he did 1 day from November 27th, 2024, and then he did it's 2 days ago. So it's 28 days.
Okay, so it should be 28. So 28 days, he's gonna serve 56 days credit for time served, 28. Okay. Just to make sure the time served. I don't want him to end up having to serve additional time. All right, Mr. White, you stipulate to factual basis, ID and venue, and was that your understanding?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you agree with our math as well?
Yeah, I think it's moot. I mean, 29 days, either way, would have been enough to get him out.
Okay, I just want to make sure because sometimes if the math doesn't math, I get a call. All right, please raise your right hand, Mr. Hodges. Do you swear or affirm testimony you give today be the truth to the best of your knowledge? All right, you can put your hand down. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at this time?
No.
Did anyone force you to take a plea today?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promise you anything in exchange for taking a plea?
No, ma'am.
You understand you're giving up your right to trial?
Yes.
And you give up your right to have the state prove these charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt?
Yes, ma'am.
And you further understand that you cannot go back to MARTA? You have a permanent ban?
Yes, ma'am.
But you should not have any additional time to serve in the Fulton County Jail. As of the charges, sir, of fair evasion and criminal trespass, how do you plead?
Guilty.
I accept your guilty plea. Is there anything additional from state or defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right, best of luck to you, Mr. Hodges. That concludes your case. Who do we have next?
Position number 19, Mr. Love.
It's going to be a
All right.
negotiated, Judge.
Negotiated plea. All right, Mr. Left, thank you. Good morning. Your case is 25 CR 002031A. You're charged with loitering, and prowling, and obstruction. You understand your rights?
Wow.
All right, Ms. Harrison.
Yes, Your Honor. Give me just 1 second. Everything's freezing. Okay. The state's recommendation for count 1, which is loiter and prowl, is 12 months probation concurrent with count 2 with the willful obstruction, which is 12 months probation, served 30 days, credit for time served 15 days with 40 hours of community service and a $300 fine. The facts of the case are Mr. Love on April 17th, 2025, the defendant was observed sitting in front of 141 Piedmont Avenue, which is Georgia State University dormitory at 4:30 a.m. with a ski mask on. He was approached by officers and asked his reason for being on the property, and he stated that he couldn't sit in front of the Checkers, which was nearby. Officers asked the defendant to provide his name, and they attempted to pat him down for weapons, and he refused to provide his name and attempted to flee from officers while they were trying to detain him. And that'll be all. Oh, we asked the defendant stipulate to jurisdiction, identification, and the facts of the case. And that'll be all.
Was that your understanding, Mr. White, and you so stipulate?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Ms. Love, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today will be the truth to the best of your knowledge and is given under the penalty of perjury?
No.
All right, you can put your hand down. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at this time?
No.
Did anyone force you to take a plea today?
No.
Did anyone promise you anything in exchange for taking a plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with your attorney's representation?
Yes.
Did you understand you're giving up your right to trial by judge or by jury?
Yes.
And you're giving up your right to have the state prove this charge against you beyond a reasonable doubt? All right, and you fully understand the requirements, including the community service that you have to complete and the fine you have to pay?
But I talked to my probation officer, Mr. White. I talked to Mr. White and about probation. The probation once I.
Wait,
I'm
go
gonna
ahead.
get, I was gonna get to that, Mr. Love.
Okay, but you understand that you have to complete 40 hours community service. Let's just go with that. You understand that?
Yes.
And you understand you have to pay a $300 fine?
Yes.
All right. As to the charges of loitering and prowling and obstruction, how do you plead, Mr. Love?
Yes.
I accept your guilty plea. Is there anything additional, Ms. Harrison or Mr. White?
Your Honor, Your Honor, we would just ask that the probation terminate once he completes the paying the fine in the community service.
Yes, it can terminate upon completion.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, best of luck to you, Mr. Love. All right, who do we have next?
Positions 30 through 31, Mr. Rosser.
Okay, I have that this is a negotiated plea. Is that still correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Rosser, your case is 24 CR 003655F. You're charged with theft by shoplifting. Do you understand? And you also have an FTA. Do you understand your rights today? Is that a yes?
Yes.
All right, thank you, Ms. Westman, or is it Ms. Harrison?
It's Miss Westman. Thank you.
All right, please proceed. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Yes, we have in this case on January 6th of 2023, the defendant was at Walmart at 6149 Old National Highway in South Fulton. The officer that responded was approached by a Miss Watson, the loss prevention officer, who said she observed a man later identified as a defendant attempting to take numerous items valued at more than $160 out of the store without paying by placing them in his clothing. The negotiated plea is 12 months probation to serve 60 days, credit for time served 23 days, balance probated, a $500 fine, 40 hours of community service, an anti-theft course, and a stay away from all Walmart stores. And upon pleading to the underlying offense, the state will null pros position 31, which is case 25 FTA 000740. We would ask the defendant to stipulate 2 facts, ID, and venue.
Do you so stipulate, Mr. Chataya?
I so stipulate, Your Honor, and ask that he go to non-reporting status once he completes the requirements for probation.
All right, I'll allow him to go non-reporting once he's completed. All right, Mr. Rosser, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today be the truth to the best of your knowledge and is given under the penalty of perjury? All right, you can put your hand down. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at this time?
No.
Did anyone force you to take a plea? I think courtroom 2 is frozen. making sure I'm not frozen. You all can still hear me. Okay. Sometimes that's the case. All right, I'm sorry. Did anyone force you to take a plea,
No.
Mr.? Did anyone promise you anything in exchange for taking a plea?
No.
You understand you're giving up your right to trial? And you're giving up your right to have the state prove these charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt? Is that a yes?
Yes.
And do you understand the requirements, including the course you have to take, 40 hours of community service, and that you have to pay a $500 fine?
Yes.
Okay. As to the charge, Mr. Rosser, of theft by shoplifting, how do you plead?
Yes.
I accept your guilty plea. Is there anything additional from the state or the defense? All right. Best of luck to you, sir. That concludes your case.
Number 32, Mr. Shannon.
All right. I don't have an announcement for this case. What's your announcement, Ms. McLeod?
Good morning, Your Honor. This is
Good
going
morning.
to be a plea.
Is
It's
it
a
negotiated? Non-negotiated.
non-negotiated, Your
All
Honor.
right. Ms. Harrison, I'm sorry, Ms. Washington. Can I please have the history for position 32?
Yes, Your Honor.
For Mr. Wiley.
And in the meantime, Mr. Shannon, I'm sorry, your case is 25 CR 002012J. You're charged with criminal trespass. Do you understand your rights today?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
These are all the people that done.
Your Honor, there are 15 arrest cycles. In 2014, there was an armed robbery arrest. No disposition is listed. In 2016, there was a theft by shoplifting arrest and no disposition was listed. There was an FTA in 2019. And a arrest from 2022 out of DeKalb County for theft by receiving stolen property, driving without a valid license, and possession of cocaine. That case appeared to recently be accused in January of this year. There is also an arrest in July of last year out of Cobb County for 2 counts of theft by shoplifting. That case appears to have no disposition and it's possibly still open.
I think that's good.
There is.
That's good.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Westman, please proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Let's see, on April 16th of 2025 at Lenox Mall, Simon Properties, 3393 Peachtree Road, Atlanta, Officer Williams was flagged down and notified by mall security that the defendant was on the property after being banned on May 14th of 2024, almost a year prior, as a known shoplifter. Officer Williams found the defendant trying to leave the location and detained him. There is an open felony shoplifting from March 27th of this year. That case is 25 PI 003060. Some of these, I believe, were mentioned. I know 2024 theft by shoplifting is open for 2 counts. There's a November 2023 shoplifting and theft by receiving. These are arrests. February 2023 shoplifting, 2022 theft by receiving, an FTA in 2019, a probation violation in 2016, a 2016 armed robbery, as well as a 2014 one and a 2016 shoplifting. Based on this history, as well as the defendant being banned from the location, the state is asking for 12 months served, or 12 months probation to serve 32 days, credit for time served 16 days, balance probated, an anti-theft course, 40 hours of community service, a stay away from all Simon properties, including Lenox Mall at 3933 Peachtree Road, Atlanta. That's the state's recommendation.
All right, Ms. McLeod.
Your Honor, we object to the anti-theft class, and that is the reason why this is not a negotiated plea. My client is charged with criminal trespass. He is not charged with shoplifting or any theft-related charges. And most of what I've heard the state say concerning open cases and so on, these are all just allegations and charges. These are not convictions. They're saying he was arrested for this, arrested for that, arrested for something else, but I'm still waiting to hear the convictions. So I think asking him to do an anti-theft course, and all this was they saw him on the property and they're saying you were banned from coming here, so leave. I don't see that that translates to him having to take an anti-theft course, Your Honor, or even the community service. It's just a simple criminal trespass. So what we're looking for is essentially a time-served plea, Your Honor.
And Your Honor, he was banned as a known shoplifter and was with another known shoplifter who was also
If he
banned.
takes the plea today, I won't require the anti-theft course, but he will be required to do the community service. Does your client want to take the plea?
Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Shannon, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today will be the truth to the best of your knowledge and given under the penalty of perjury?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can put your hand down. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at this time?
No, ma'am.
Did anyone force you to take a plea today?
No, ma'am.
Did anyone promise you anything in exchange for taking a plea?
No, ma'am.
Do you fully understand the requirements that you would still have to complete 40 hours of community service and you need to stay away from all Simon properties, including Lenox? You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with your attorney's representation?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand you're giving up your right to trial by taking a plea today?
Yes, ma'am.
As to the charge of criminal trespass, how do you plead?
I plead guilty.
I accept your guilty plea. Is there anything additional?
He tells me that he's currently on probation in Fulton County, Your Honor. We just want to make sure that this is running along with that probation that he already is on.
I don't know how to check that. It should, but there's no way I can check that today. So I guess Ms. McLeod, you have to follow up and see.
Yes, Your Honor, but that would be all.
All right. All right. Does that conclude your business today, Ms. McLeod?
Does not, Your Honor. I do have another client.
Who's your other client? Can we take that case next? Best of luck to you, Mr. Shannon.
It's China Crandall, and I think she...
She's on the add-on.
Yes, that is correct, Your Honor.
Your Honor, the state is not quite ready for that. We did not get a copy of the add-on calendar, and we just wanted to figure out we just have to look at the case a little bit further.
Will you be ready today? Are you asking for a few moments, or you're asking us to reset the case?
We're just gonna look at the charges really quick. At this point, I just need to look at it, and possibly we can take a plea. I just need to.
Okay. All right. All right, Ms. McLeod, I tried to get you out of here. We'll have to have you hold.
That's okay, Your Honor. I don't have anything pressing, other things, so I can wait. And I do want to make sure that Miss Crandall gets out today. So I'm prepared to wait.
All right, who do we have next?
Position number 33, Mr. Thompson.
Okay, I have that this is a negotiated plea. Is that correct, Mr. Shataya?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Mr. Thompson, your case is 25 CR 002041G. You are charged with battery. Do you understand your rights?
No.
Do you understand? You do? Okay, thank you. All right, Ms. Westman, please proceed.
I'm sorry, could you give me the position again? I was trying to figure out that case for the defense attorney.
33.
Thank you, Your Honor. Okay, Mr. Thompson. On April 17th of 24, Officer Johnson was on patrol on MLK Junior Drive and witnessed a defendant take an aggressive stance, grab a metal pole and strike the victim, Gregory Chambers, in the back of the head. The negotiated plea is 12 months to serve 120 days, credit for time served 30 days. It would be balance probated, 12 weeks of anger management, 40 hours community service, no further contact with Gregory Chambers. We would sound for Gregory Chambers, and after that, ask the defendant to stipulate to facts, ID, and venue.
All right, is Mr. Chambers present? All right, Mr. Shataya, do you so stipulate?
I so stipulate, Your Honor, and we ask this go to non-reporting status once he completes the requirements.
Okay, he can go non-reporting, but it will not terminate. And how many additional days does your client have to serve in the Fulton County Jail?
30
He's
more
aware.
days.
All right, he does understand that this is not time served today, correct?
Yes, he understands.
Okay, Mr. Thompson, please raise your right. Oh, is courtroom 2 gone? They're gone. All right, Mr. Thompson, you're back on the line. Did you hear where did we get cut off, Mr. Thompson? Did you hear from the state and did you hear your attorney?
I heard none.
Okay, I'm sorry, Ms. Westman, at least put the recommendation back onto the record and then we'll have Mrs. Shataya agree.
Okay, thank you very much, Your Honor. Okay. The recommendation again is 12 months to be served, 120 days, credit for time served, 30 days, balance probated, 12 weeks, anger management, 40 hours community service, no further contact with Gregory Chambers. We did sound for him and he did not respond. And we ask that the defendant stipulate to facts, ID, and venue.
And do you so stipulate, Mr. Shataya?
Yes, I stipulate, Your Honor, and ask that this go to non-reporting status once he completes the requirements.
And I did agree to that. Okay, so Mr. Thompson, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today be the truth to the best of your knowledge and given under the penalty of perjury? All right, you say yes?
Ma'am.
All right, you can put your hand down. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at this time?
No, ma'am.
Did anyone force you to take a plea today?
No, ma'am.
Did anyone promise you anything in exchange for taking a plea?
No, ma'am.
They promised, what did they promise you? You got promised something? If you got promised something to take a plea, you can't take a plea today.
No, ma'am. I got that from
Okay, making sure. You understand that you are giving up your right to go to trial
Yes, ma'am.
and you're giving up your right to have the state prove this charge against you beyond a reasonable doubt.
I didn't understand the plea.
I'm sorry, say that again.
I didn't understand the whole plea. What the plea is, what I'm getting.
You're taking a plea to the charge of battery, and in exchange, you would have to serve an additional 30 days in the Fulton County Jail, I believe. Was that correct, Mr. Taya? How many days was it?
Yes, I explained to him yesterday, it's 30 more days.
It's 30 more days in Fulton County Jail. When you get out, you'd have to do 12 weeks of anger management, complete 40 hours of community service, and have no contact with Mr. Chambers. Do you understand that, Mr. Thompson?
Yeah.
And do you wish to take a plea today?
I don't get out today?
No, you will not. Do you wish to take a plea today? Please, you don't have, it's not, you don't have to take a plea. Pleas are voluntary. Do you wish to take one today? We're gonna reset this case 1 week, Mr. Shataya, for you to speak with him. He won't be prejudiced as this was not a time served plea. Mr. Thompson, your attorney's gonna come talk to you again, and we'll revisit your case next week at this calendar. All right? All right. I don't think he understood it was not time served. All right, who do we have next?
Position number 27, Mr. Parrott.
And what is the announcement for that case?
That's a negotiated plea, Judge.
All right, Mr. Parrott, your case is 25 CR 002009D. You're charged with possessing an fraudulent documentation and obstruction. Do you understand your rights?
Yes.
All right. Ms. Westman, please proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Sorry about that. Okay. The date of the incident is April 16th, 2025. Officer Singh was conducting a traffic stop on a car the defendant was a passenger in, which was parked in front of a no parking, standing, stopping sign. As Officer Singh approached the driver's side, the defendant immediately exited the car from the front passenger seat. MARTA Officer Bennett, another officer on the scene, told the defendant multiple times to get back inside. The defendant refused and became aggressive. The other officer, Officer Singh, smelled the odor of marijuana and saw a marijuana crusher on the car floor. The driver was detained outside of the car. The passenger, the defendant, had gotten back into the car, and Officer Singh went to that front passenger side and asked the defendant to get out of the car. At this point, the defendant refused. The officer asked the defendant to put his hands behind his back, which he refused, and said no and clenched his fist. He would not comply with any verbal commands. Defendant was placed into custody and searched, and in his possession was a fake driver's license with the name of Kenneth J. Daniels, a 6/12/78 birthday, and I believe the license number is 055971762. The defendant admitted he received the fake license for free. The recommendation in this case for count 1 is 12 months probation, served 32 days, credit for time served 16 days, balance probated, anti-theft course, 40 hours of community service. For count 2, 12 months probated, serve 32 days, credit for time served 16 days, balance probated concurrent with count 1, a $300 fine. And we would ask the defendant to stipulate to facts, ID, and venue.
You so stipulate, Mr. Shataya?
I so stipulate, Your Honor, and ask that I ask that he go to non-reporting status once he completes the requirements.
All right, he can go non-reporting once he's completed. Mr. Parrott, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the test? Oh, raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today will be the truth to the best of your knowledge and given under the penalty of perjury?
Yes.
Do you wish to take a plea today?
What's the anti-theft course?
You'd have to take a class. Your attorney has should have explained the requirements of it to you. Do you understand the requirements that's fully explained by your attorney? Do you wish to move forward and take a plea today?
Yes.
Okay. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at this time?
No.
Did anyone force you to take a plea?
No.
Did anyone promise you anything in exchange for taking a plea?
No.
And you understand you're giving up your right to trial by judge or jury?
Correct.
And you're giving up your right to have the state prove those charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt?
Correct.
And you understand taking a guilty plea may affect aspects of your life such as employment, probation, immigration, things of that nature, or things I can't anticipate.
Correct.
You fully understand the requirements that you have to take the anti-theft course, do 40 hours of community service, and you also have to pay a fine of $300. And you understand all of that, Mr. Parrott?
Yes,
All right, as to the charges previously listed, how do you plead?
guilty.
I accept your guilty plea. Is there anything additional? All right, best of luck to you, sir.
Position number 15, Mr. Harris.
All right, I have it. That's a negotiated plea. Is that correct?
That's correct, Judge.
All right, Mr. Harris, your case is 25 CR 002007F. I'm not going to sound the charge in this case, and I'm going to ask that the state not give me the facts for these. I just read that case myself. Ms. Harrison, if you would just put the, oh, wait, first of all, do you understand your rights, Mr. Harris? Is he frozen?
It looks like it.
Okay.
Your Honor, can you hear me?
Yes.
This is Milton at ACDC.
Hi, Milton. Good to see you.
Same here. I don't know what happened to my camera, but courtroom 2 is down for a minute. And so when they finish completely, then I will log on and do ACDC.
Okay, and who do you have with you at ACDC?
I don't have them right now, but I have position 1 and 2.
Okay.
Position 18, 46, and add-on 1, Crandall.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I'll do them last.
Okay. Thank
All right.
you.
Thank you.
Your Honor, may I address a victim who's on the call today? The defendant for her case has waived their appearance.
Okay. Yes, you may. Go ahead.
Ms. Barbara Reiling, the defendant in your case waived her appearance today, so she won't be presented in court today. Our victim's advocate's office will reach out with the dates of her next court date so that you can attend there.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yikes. We could do the ACDC cases, I guess, if you, Milton, you still there? Probably not.
She said she had to go get them injected.
Oh, shit, that's correct. Okay. All right, Mr. Harris, I forgot where I was. Did we begin the plea? I think we did. Mr. Harris, let's just make sure. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm testimony you give today be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
All right. Ms. Harrison, please put the recommendation back onto the record if you didn't already.
Yes, Your Honor. For count one, we're recommending 12 months served, 90 days, credit for time served of 15 days. The defendant has been incarcerated since April 17th. The balance will be probated. We're asking for a sexual deviation and training course, 40 hours of community service, no further contact with the victim, Erin Manning, a stay away from the Emory Hospital unless they're for medical treatment. And we'd sound for the victim in case she's on the Zoom, and we also ask the defendant to stipulate to facts, venue, and identification.
Is Ms. Manning on the Zoom conference? Okay, Mr. White, do you so stipulate?
Yes, Your Honor, we stipulate. We do ask that the probation go non-reporting after the fact and after he completes all of his requirements.
All right, it can go non-reporting once he's completed everything. All right, Mr. Harris, you're under oath already. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at this time?
No.
Did anyone force you to take a plea today?
No.
Did anyone promise you anything in exchange for taking a plea?
No.
You understand you're giving up your right to trial by judge or jury?
Yes.
And you're giving up your right to have the state prove these charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt?
Yes.
And you are satisfied with your attorney's representation?
Yes, but I have one question.
Okay, what's your question?
Like, what's my release date? Like, or
You would have how many additional days to serve, Mr. White, according to your calculation?
It's like we discussed yesterday. You have 30 more days. That's probably the end of May or June 1st, somewhere in that neighborhood, but 30 more days.
Do you wish to take that plea then, Mr. Harris?
Yeah.
All right. And you understand the requirements, including the evaluation and where you need to stay away from and have no contact with Ms. Manning, and that you also have to do 40 hours of community service. You understand that?
yes.
All right. As to the charge I did not list, but you are aware, how do you plead?
Guilty.
I accept your guilty plea at this time. Is there anything additional, Mr. White, Ms. Harrison? All
No, Your
right.
Honor.
Best of luck to you, sir. What do we have next?
Position number 47, Mr. Yerby.
That's 37. Okay. I have this is a negotiated plea. Is that still correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, Mr. Yerby, your case is 25 CR 002017J. You're charged with criminal trespass. You understand your rights?
No.
All right, thank you. Whose case is this for the state?
No.
Your Honor, it's mine.
All right, please proceed if you can, Ms. Westman.
Thank you. On April 15th of 2025, at the Walmart at 835 MLK Junior Drive, Northwest Atlanta, is where the incident took place. Prior to that date, the defendant had been formally trespassed from that location following shoplifting incidents on October 18th of 2024 and April 13th of 2025. On this occasion, the defendant was trying to conceal items including margarita wine cocktails and leave the store without paying. He was apprehended before leaving, and the defendant was positively identified by employees as the same man who had been trespassed previously. The negotiated plea is 12 months to serve 32 days, credit for time served 16 days, balance probated, anti-theft course, 40 hours of community service, a stay away from the Walmart at 835 MLK Junior Drive in Atlanta. And we would ask the defendant to stipulate to fax ID and venue.
Was that your understanding, Ms. Kim? And do you so stipulate?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Yerby, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today be the truth to the best of your knowledge? All right. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at this time? You can put your hand down. Did anyone force you to take a plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with your attorney's representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did anyone, do you understand you're giving up your right to trial by judge or jury?
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
And you're giving up your right to have the state prove this charge against you beyond a reasonable doubt?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand the requirements of the sentence, including being on probation, completing an anti-theft course, and staying away from that Walmart, as well as completing 40 hours of community service?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, as to the charge of criminal trespass, Mr. Yerby, how do you plead?
Guilty, Your Honor.
I accept your guilty plea. Is there anything additional from the state or the defense? All right, best of luck to you, sir. If you don't have other holds, you should be released from Fulton County Jail shortly. All right, who do we have next?
Position number 3, Mr. Cameron.
All right, and what is the announcement for position 3? I had need to speak.
It's going to be a negotiated plea, Judge.
Thank you, Mr. Cameron. Your case is 25 CR 002021G. In this case, you're charged with criminal trespass. Do you understand your rights?
Yes, I do.
All right, Ms. Harrison.
Yes, Your Honor, this incident occurred on April 16th, 2025. Officers responded to a criminal trespass call at a BP service station. They made contact with a security officer there who pointed out that the defendant had just been trespassed at the location hours earlier with the case number 251061828. He was advised of this stay away at the location and said that he agreed and understood it. And hours later, he returned back to the location. When officers arrived, they saw him actually sitting on the counter inside the BP gas station. He was placed into custody. The state's recommendation for this charge, criminal trespass, is 12 months probation, served 30 days, with credit for time served for 15 days. The defendant has been incarcerated since April 17th. We're asking for the balance to be probated, a stay away from the BP gas station located at 221 Cleveland Avenue, East Point, Georgia, 40 hours of community service, and for the defendant to stipulate to facts, jurisdiction, and identification. And that'll be all for the state.
All right, Mr. White, that was your understanding, and you so stipulate?
We do, Your Honor. We just ask the probation terminate once he completes his 40 hours community service.
All right, it can terminate. Mr. Cameron, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today be the truth to the best of your knowledge and give? Please raise your right hand, Mr. Cameron. Are they frozen again?
I think they're frozen.
Lord.
Yikes. The good news is we don't have that many left. What is the announcement for position 22? Does anyone know?
Sorry, Judge Williams, you said position 22?
What's that announcement?
My understanding I spoke with the guards this morning. My understanding is that this client refused to leave their cell. So I was supposed to speak with him today, but I wasn't able to.
Reset 1 week.
I think a reset is appropriate, and I already reached out to our social workers asking for a visit to see if they need to be put on the competency calendar.
Okay, so that's
Oh, just
Larry
1 week would be
McKill.
appropriate.
Okay, 1 week reset.
Your Honor, while we're waiting, I had another one that was, need to speak with this morning, and I'm not sure I made the announcement. Mr. McKinnon, position 20, I'm sorry, not, Mr. Hall, position 14, 12 through 14, that's going to be a waiver.
Okay,
We're back.
okay. Well, yeah, 12 through 14. I'm sorry.
That's
Okay.
that's a waiver, not guilty.
Okay. And do you need to be heard on bond on that one?
I don't, Judge.
Okay, so 12. All right. Okay, sorry for 1 second.
Excuse me.
Okay, so Mr. Cameron, did you hear the state's recommendation and or the negotiated plea? Did you hear that part? You did not, or you did?
No, he did not, Judge.
Okay. Ms. Harrison, will you put it back onto the record, please?
Yes, Your Honor. The state's recommendation for the charge of criminal trespass is 12 months probation, served 30 days with credit for time served of 15 days. The defendant has been incarcerated since April 17th. The balance will be probated. We're asking for a stay away from the BP gas station located at 221 Cleveland Avenue, East Point, and also the defendant to complete 40 hours of community service. And we're asking that they stipulate to facts, jurisdiction, and venue. Facts identification and venue. Thank you.
Okay. Mr. White, you so stipulating that was your understanding?
That's correct, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Cameron, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, I do.
All right, you can put your hand down. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at this time?
No, I'm not.
Did anyone promise you anything in exchange for taking a plea?
No.
Did anyone force you to take a plea?
No.
Do you understand that by taking a plea, you're giving up your right to trial by judge or jury? Is that a yes? Do you wish to take a plea today, Mr. Cameron?
Yes, I do.
I'm sorry, do you want to take a plea? Speak very loudly and clearly.
I do.
You do? Okay, well, I need you to answer these questions. Are you satisfied with your attorney's representation?
No.
You said yes?
He said yes, Judge.
Okay, I need him to say yes. Is that a yes? We will be. It sounds like you don't want to take this plea and get out of the Fulton County Jail. It sounds like you wish for us to reset it for trial. Is that correct, Mr. Cameron?
He said yes, Judge.
I know he's got to say it so we can all hear it.
Yes, I am.
You want to take a plea?
Yes, I am.
Not yes, is that yes, you wish to take a plea?
Yes, I do.
All right, and you understand you're giving up your right to trial?
Mr. Cameron, you know you can't have a trial because you want to enter a guilty plea. Is that what you understand?
Yes, I am.
I don't think we can take this plea today. He's not responding in a way that makes me comfortable that he wishes to take a plea.
Judge,
Go ahead. I know it's time served, but Mr. White, if he can't answer me and it seems like it's going on, but go ahead. What are we going to tell me, Mr. White?
as soon as I asked him, he responded. I thought,
I mean,
appropriately.
we can try, but I mean, he's got to answer me. Mr. Cameron, are you satisfied with Mr. White's representation? Okay, we're not taking this plea today. I'm sorry, I cannot. Do you want to enter a waiver of arraignment, Mr. White, and reset for trial?
Give me a minute, Judge. I'll make an announcement in a minute.
Okay. All right. Let's maybe let Mr. White call the jail or something. Let's go to another position, please.
Judge, I do have a couple of announcements.
Uh-huh.
For position numbers 12 through 14, waive their appearance.
Yes, Mr. White just informed me, so he does not need to be brought. And the next one?
Position number 22, refuse to come to court.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And also, did you have positions 42 through 43 also waive their appearance, Judge?
Okay, so is that gonna be a waiver of arraignment for 42 for 43?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And you don't, I'm assuming you don't need to be heard on bond?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, understood. And so we're holding on the ACDC positions only, is that correct?
I believe so, Judge, and then we do have the competency afterwards.
Competency, okay, understood. Is ACDC ready yet?
I can give them a call, Judge.
Thank you. I know they're logged in, and I don't know if I think Milton went to go get them.
Your Honor, we are going to waive position 3.
Okay, thank you.
While we're waiting, position 4, I'd reset, ask for a reset to 5-8. And actually, since we have several resets to 5-8 today, I tried to space them out. He will not be prejudiced by a 5-15 reset.
Okay, for
That's-
position 4?
That's correct.
Okay, Mr. Jordan, can we reset position 4 instead of 5-8 to 5-15?
Yeah, good.
Your Honor, while we are waiting, I was wondering if I could ask the state to verify, when, the position 46, Ms. Wright was retained.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear what the question was for the state on 46.
46, my client says that she has been incarcerated ever since March 31st, 2025. But only thing that I can find is April 17th. What do you have from your side? The jail time?
I have April 17th. I don't know if she's incarcerated for another charge. I mean, we could look up on Odyssey, but from this, it's April 17th. That's what I see.
I just wanted to verify that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Kim, was she held in another jurisdiction to be brought here?
Actually, she said she was at City of Atlanta from March 31st, 2025, and she showed me the paper showing that. So she's claiming that April 8, 2025, she was at jail incarcerated. I need to have a proof of incarceration, but I couldn't find it yet.
Also, Judge, just to let you know, Ms. Milton. Oh,
You-
sorry. Ms.
you
Milton,
got-
can you hear me, Judge?
I can hear you now. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Ms. Milton is on her way. She'll be grabbing the females. And she'll
All
be-
right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Are there any other announcements? All right, we can't do anything. Is there anybody at courtroom 2 we can address, Ms. Kim?
Do we have anybody at courtroom 2? Yeah, maybe competency calendar.
Judge, unless you want to start the competency calendar, we can.
I didn't want to start that quite yet.
Okay.
All right, I hope an ACDC is coming. Are there any pleas taken on the competency calendar today?
Your Honor, I believe so. Mr. Ward is here, Your Honor. He is the last 4 cases on the competency calendar. We can do that if Your Honor and the state are ready to proceed.
Your Honor, Mr. Rhodes is getting on the call at 11. I don't have any information on Ms. Falk is out today. I don't have any information.
Okay, so we
those.
can't do that. But those are pleas though, Mr. Bartel?
Well, Your Honor, we discussed this case last week, and Ms. Falk, who handled that calendar, indicated that if we believe Mr. Ward was able to enter a plea, then the offer will be time served on all the cases. I've talked with Mr. Ward several times. I've reviewed all of his records. Ms. Kasha has talked to him. We believe he's ready to enter that plea. To be completely candid, he was found, well, there was an evaluation that was done in February that we believe is kind of out of date. I think once we go into breakout room, I could go into more detail about that.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, we'll be on a brief hold.
Okay, thank you.
Hold on, I'm trying to get my camera back on. It's not working for some reason.
Okay, and this is add-on 1, Ms. Crandall.
All right, is the state ready on add-on 1, Ms. Westman? I don't know why my camera won't come on.
Your Honor, I am ready with sorry, there goes my camera. I am ready with
That's mine.
the plea. I'm not that familiar with the facts of the case, but I am ready with the plea.
Is it a negotiated plea? It says
Yes,
Mr.
Your
Cloud.
Honor.
It is.
Except for one minor issue, but yes, I would say so.
Okay. Ms. Crandall, your case is 25 CR 001173A. You're charged with trespass and obstruction. You have a right to remain silent. You have a right to an attorney, and I'm conducting this hearing by video. Do you understand your rights and how I'm conducting the hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. There may be a small issue. So, Ms. Washington, can I have Ms. Crandall's history if you have it?
Yes, Your Honor. There are There are 12 arrest cycles, which includes some juvenile history. There's a 2024 FTA out of Forsyth County, a 2024 arrest for indecency out of Roswell, as well as a 2024 theft by shoplifting. There's a 2023 FTA. In 2020, there was a misdemeanor conviction for theft by shoplifting out of Athens, Clarke County, an FTA in 2019, and a 2019 misdemeanor conviction for battery out of Cobb County. And nothing further, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Ms. Westman?
Your Honor, the plea that we were offering is on count 1, 12 months probation, serve 114 days, credit for time served 57 days, balance probated, a stay away from Roswell Creek Apartments at 1000 Holcomb Bridge Road in Roswell, and 2 for the obstruction charge. It's 12 months probation concurrent with count 1 with a $300 fine. And I believe that that's what defense wants to speak about is the fine on count 2.
And the state's position regarding the fine?
Is that it's statutorily required.
All right, Ms. McLeod.
Yes, Your Honor, my client is not in a position to pay the fine. That's the biggest issue. She has been locked up for a long time. And once she takes this plea and leaves Sultan County, there's a hold in Forsyth County. It's an old case in Forsyth County, which she also needs to resolve. We have been trying to get her out of jail for some time because her grandmother died while she was in jail. I was working on the bonding project to see if we could have gotten her a bond, and they were willing to pay for her bond at the time. But she has an attorney who's non-responsive in the Forsyth County matter. So we were unable to make that happen, even though I was able to contact the prosecutor in Forsyth County, and he was willing to do that. But he told me that I couldn't do it because I was not her counsel in Forsyth County. I have spoken to mom, she's ready for her daughter to come home and try to help her. My client has some MH diagnosis, Your Honor, and that's a reason why she's unable. It's kind of difficult for her to find and keep employment. And that is why I'm asking for the waiver, because for her to go back into the job market after all this is going to be a huge challenge, and she doesn't have independent income.
Okay, hold on. All right.
I can read the facts of the case
Go ahead.
for the record if you want. Just, forgive the reading for the first time. Okay. So on February 28th of 2025, Officer Carter of the Roswell Police Department was patrolling the area of Old Holcomb Bridge Road and Creekside Way when he observed Hispanic male and white female, later identified as Mr. Moises Galfin and the defendant, China Crandall, walking with a white and black dog off its leash. Galvin, the other person, was riding his bicycle and had a bundle of what appeared to be brass plumbing fittings or copper tubing. Officers' suspicion was raised that there was criminal activity, as there's ongoing issue with vacant apartments and townhomes in this area of the city being broken into and unlawfully occupied by homeless individuals. Upon seeing the officer, Galvin threw the items in his hands into the woods and dismounted his bicycle, continued walking up the sidewalk towards Dogwood Road. Officer activated his emergency blue lights and turned his patrol vehicle around to make contact with the pair. 2 more unidentified males were seen walking near there, and they had crossed the street and continued walking. Officer made contact with the defendant and the other gentleman and informed them that they needed to have their dog leashed. They provided their names and date of birth. Officer returned to check on the information and saw that I'm not going to get into his, there was an outstanding warrant for the other individual. So he requested another unit to respond to the location and asked Mr. Galvin why he'd thrown away what was appearing to be a copper pipe. That gentleman said he didn't know why he'd thrown it into the Roswell Creek Apartments. Crandall, the defendant, had been staying there recently, and defendant stated that they had not been staying anywhere in particular, that she was 2 months pregnant, that they were going to go stay in North Forsyth. Other officer arrived on the scene thereafter and confirmed that that warrant was valid.
I think, yeah, I read it. It's
Yeah,
okay,
you got
Ms.
enough.
Wilson.
Okay, fine.
I've got
It's-
enough.
Yeah.
That was
okay.
good. I don't see any, Ms. McLeod, just based on my limited research and what I've just looked at, the information before me, if she takes the plea, she would have to be responsible for that $300 fine. So do you want her to go forward and take the plea today? Or do you wish to do something else, like enter a waiver and go to trial, or see if there's
No,
a...
she really needs to get out of jail for a number of reasons, Your Honor.
Okay, so she wishes to move forward and take the plea?
She does.
All right, Ms. Crandall. I'm going to place you under oath for the limited purpose of taking a plea. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today be the truth to the best of your knowledge? All right, you can put your hand down. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at this time? No, ma'am. Did anyone force you to take a plea? No, ma'am. Did anyone promise you anything for taking a plea? No, ma'am. And you understand you're giving up your right to have a trial by judge or by jury? Yes, ma'am. And you're giving up your right to have the state prove these charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt? And you further understand, wait, first, are you satisfied with Ms. McLeod's representation? Yes, ma'am. And you understand the requirements that you should not have additional time to serve, but you will have to pay that $300 fine. You understand that? As to the charges of obstruction and criminal trespass, Ms. Crandall, how do you plead? Guilty. I accept your guilty plea. Is there anything additional, Ms. Westman, Ms. McLeod?
No, Your Honor. Well, I would just ask for any probation fees to be waived, certainly for at least the first 3 months after she gets out, because she will be leaving here to go to Forsyth County. I'm really not sure how long they're going to hold her there.
All right, I'll waive 3 months of fees.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, does that conclude your business, Ms. McLeod?
It does.
Take care. Have a good afternoon. Bye-bye.
You too, Your Honor. Thank you.
Can I get that plea again? Sorry.
Ms. Westman, will you give it to, and it was 14 days credit for time served 57 and a $300 fine, but other than that.
Give me 1 second.
Or can you maybe chat it to Mr. Jordan?
That'll work.
Sure.
That might be easier. All right. Take care, Ms.
Thank
McLeod.
you.
All right. Who do we have next at ACDC?
And to me as well, please, if you would, because I'm going to prepare the plea paperwork.
All right. All
Would
right.
you
Who do
like
we
me
have?
to? I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Go ahead. Chat it to Ms. McLeod and
Okay.
to Mr. Jordan.
Okay.
Or email and copy them both, whatever is easier for you. All right. Who do we have at ACDC?
Position
Ms. Lee.
All right, we visited with Miss Lee last week. What is our announcement today?
Negotiated plea, Your Honor.
We're sure that's what we're doing today. All right, Miss Lee, your case is 25 CR 001914D. You're charged with theft by shoplifting. Do you understand your rights?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Ms. Harrison?
Yes, Your Honor, the state's recommendation is 12 months probation, serve 42 days, with credit for time served of 22 days. The defendant has been incarcerated since April 4th. We're probating the balance. We're requiring an anti-theft course, a stay away from the CVS pharmacy located at 6000 North Point Parkway, Alpharetta, and also asking for 40 hours of community service. This incident occurred on February.
I don't mean to cut you off, Ms. Harrison, but I did this one last week, so I'm familiar. Thank
Okay.
you so much. I appreciate that one.
No problem.
All right. Ms. Kim, do you so stipulate to those to the factual basis, ID, and venue? And was that your understanding of the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Ms. Lee, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
All right. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at this time? You can put your hand down, Ms. Lee. Thank you. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol? Is that a no? Yes.
No.
Do you wish to take a plea today?
Do you wish to take the plea? Yeah, I'll take the plea.
Do you want to you want to take a plea?
No, that's fine. I'll take the plea.
I mean, yes or no? Just a simple yes.
Yes.
Do you wish to take a plea? Okay. Are you satisfied with your attorney's representation?
Yes.
Did anyone force you to take a plea?
No.
Did anyone promise you anything in exchange for taking a plea?
No.
And you understand you're giving up your right to a trial on this charge?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand all the things that you have to do, including taking an anti-theft course, staying away from that CVS pharmacy, and completing 40 hours of community service. Do you understand that, Ms. Lee?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you further understand that you're giving up the right that you would have to have the state prove this charge against you?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand taking a guilty plea can affect other aspects of your life, such as probation, employment, immigration, or other matters. You understand that?
Yes.
All right, Miss Lee, how do you plead to the charge of theft by shoplifting?
Guilty.
I accept your guilty plea. Is there anything additional, Ms. Harrison or Ms. Kim?
Nothing for the defense, Your Honor.
Best of luck to you, Miss Lee. That concludes your case.
Thank you.
Good job.
Next is position 46, Ms. Wright.
All right, and what is the announcement for Ms. Wright?
Your Honor, actually, I do want to talk to my client just one more time to verify one thing, Your Honor. I apologize.
Okay. Okay, that's more than fine.
Can
All
we do
right.
Can we do a breakout, Your Honor?
Oh, yeah.
I think so.
We have one person here, but I think it should be okay. Yeah.
Or yeah, there's no phone at ACDC, is there?
I'll call Courtroom 2.
He's on a conference, he's gonna go.
I'm gonna call 26C.
Thank you. Is there anybody else at ACDC in the meantime?
No, Your Honor, position number 1 and 2, Ms. Briggins. She went downtown court.
Okay, Miss Briggins.
Yeah, position 1 and 2.
Aquinas Jones.
Okay, I don't see her. Where's Miss Briggins?
Number 1, position 1, Your Honor.
Yeah, I see her on the calendar. I'm saying, where is she?
Downtown court.
And are they logged in?
That I don't know, Your Honor.
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't see her logged in.
I'm not sure what calendar court she went to.
Okay, she's not on the screen anywhere. Is there anybody else at ACDC?
No, that's it, Your Honor.
That's it? Okay. What are we gonna do about position 1? She's not here anywhere. Can someone call downtown and see if we can find her? Because I think it's a time served plea.
Yes, Your
She's on
Honor.
a felony calendar, Judge.
Mm. Oh, she is. So will she, are we able to take we can't do anything?
She'll need to be reset.
Okay. I hate to reset her. It's time served.
You want
Okay.
me to put her on Tuesday?
Is it overburdened?
No.
Okay, we'll put her on Tuesday SAP.
Okay, I will. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Are we complete at the SAP calendar then?
Your
Other than
Honor.
Ms. Wright?
Hello, good morning, Your Honor. May I address?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Okay, all right.
Wasn't Mr. White released, Miss White?
Yes, he was.
So
I was just asking a question, as far as his court. What I do is, does he have a follow-up court date? Does he have to come to court or what?
no, from my understanding, the case against him has been dismissed. So that's it.
Okay, all right.
All right. Best of luck
All
to you,
right.
Miss White, and to
All
Mr.
right.
White. Take care.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, so we're just holding on Miss Wright. In the meantime, Mr. Jordan, can we review the calendar?
Position 1 is reset to, position 1 and 2 is reset to Tuesday SAP calendar. Position 3, waive jury. Position 4 is reset to the 5/15 SAP calendar. Position 5, is that reset to 5/8 SAP? 1 second.
That's what I have.
Okay. So position 5 is reset to 5/8/25 SAP. Position 6 is reset jail jury 6 and 7. Position 8, reset jail jury with a amended bond to 3,000 surety. Correct account, I put cash. Position 9 is a reset jury, bond remain the same. Position 10 is reset SAP 5/27/25. Position 11 is reset jury, waive jury. Position 12, waive jury. Positions 13 and 14, waive jury. Position 15 was a plea. Position 16 was a plea. Position 17 is null pros. Position 18 was a plea. Position 19 was a plea. Position 20, waive jury. Position 21 and 22 are reset to the 5/8/25 SAP calendar. Position 23 is reset to the 5/8/25 SAP calendar. Positions 24, 25, and 26 are reset to the 5/8/25 SAP calendar. Position 27 was a plea. Position 28 was reset to the 5/8/25 SAP calendar. Position 29 made bond. Position 30 was a plea. Position 31 is null pros. Position 32 was a non-negotiated plea. Position 33 is reset to the 5/8/25 SAP calendar. Positions 34 and 35 are reset to the competency calendar of 5/8/25. Position 36 was released. Position 37 was a plea. Position 38 was null pros. Position 39 is reset to the 5/15/25 competency calendar. Position 40 was an amended bond, $5,000 sign-on bond jail, reset further notice. Position 41 was dismissed yesterday, released. Position 42 waived jury. Position 43 waived jury. Position 44, I don't have an announcement for.
I think I have that one was reset. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
A waiver of arraignment and reset.
Oh, waived jury, okay, thank you. Position 45 was a plea. Position 46, no announcement, and position 47 was a plea. The add-on calendar was a non-negotiated plea.
Your Honor, position 46, we would like to reset to next week. We have to verify the ID and the time served.
Okay, and it's no prejudice because it wasn't time served offered today. We will, Miss Wright, we're resetting your case 1 week for your attorney to do some additional work, okay? So we will see you back next week. Reset SAP 5/8. All right. Best of luck to you, Miss Wright. The SAP calendar is now complete, and those who do not need to remain with us for competency are free to go at this time. Can I go into the breakout, please, for the competency calendar?
Excuse me, Judge Williams, this is the court reporter. Did you want me to remain on for a possible plea?
I think it's time. It's no additional time for Mr. Ward's plea, correct? Is that correct? Is Mr. Bartell still there? Just hold 1 second, Ms. Greenhouse.
Oh, sure.
I'm not sure. I will
Okay.
come back and let you know.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Ms. Kim, you're shaking your head. Say it again.
PD Latour is not here, Your Honor.
Okay, so hold 1 moment, Ms. Greenhouse.
Okay.
All right, and who's covering the competency calendar for the state?
Heather Tucker.
Good morning, Ms. Tucker. All right. So Ms. Tucker, it'll be Mr. Bartels is not there yet. So we can still go into the breakout and put courtroom 2 in there and then wait.
Okay, Judge.
Thank you, Ms. Grace.
Is anyone in courtroom 2?
We're still here.
Can you click on that accept on the screen for the breakout room?
We don't have that in the screen.
Oh, hold on, I'll send it to you.
I'm sorry, Michael, I didn't put it in because Mr. Bartell was not there yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why I didn't put it in.
Yeah, he is not here yet. He's upstairs on the floor.
Oh, so we waiting on Mr. Bartels, huh? Okay, I'll let Judge Williams know. Thanks.
Bye-bye. Bye, Ken. Yes, I'll be doing paperwork. Did we send it out to Michael Jordan today? All the paperwork? Oh, he's not here.
I came here last night, about 10 o'clock. I was at the office trying to reach the jail, trying to get a bunch of work done, trying to fill out stuff.
Yeah.
I needed information from here. And there was a 17-year-old high school kid here who needed co-signing. And we accomplished the co-signing, but we couldn't get him out of jail because the computer system was down.
Yeah.
And the phone system was down.
Yeah.
So I said, well, okay, I'll just go to jail in person and try to bust him out. But I didn't bring the right dynamite, so it failed.
Oh, bless your heart.
That's, I mean,
But you tried.
being facetious.
I know you did a good job by trying to. Bye-bye. Bye.
going live on the microphone.
Did you put him in, Mr. Jordan? Because I just heard his voice.
Okay, Ms. Greenhouse, we're gonna take this one plea and then you'll be free to go. Mr. Ward, good afternoon. You have one, two, three, four cases. You have four cases today. And we're gonna see if you are prepared to take a plea. Your cases are 23 CR 004741A. You're charged with criminal trespass. 24 CR 007558A. You're charged with criminal trespass. 25 CR 00216A. You're charged with criminal trespass in that case. 25 CR 001613A. You're charged with criminal trespass and possession of marijuana. Ms. Tucker, I'm familiar with the facts of the case, so I don't need those. If you would just put the state's recommendation for each onto the record.
Yes, Judge. For each case, criminal trespass, it's going to be time served and to stay away from the Big Brother Food Mart at 878 Norwood Road in Atlanta. On position 9, criminal trespass is going to be time served with a stay away from the same location. Position 10, criminal trespass, time served with a stay away from the same location. And position 11 is time served with a stay away from the same location on the criminal trespass, and that marijuana will be null prost.
All right. We lost courtroom 2. Okay, did you hear, Mr. Bartels, we lost the Zoom for a minute. Did you all hear the recommendation put onto the record? You're muted.
No, Your Honor. I think we lost the connection right after the court had decided the 4 cases and the case numbers.
Okay, Ms. Tucker, the recommendation?
Yes, for position 8, pleaded criminal trespass, it's going to be time served with a stay away from the Big Brother Food Mart at 878 Norwood Road in Atlanta. Position 9, pleaded criminal trespass, time served with the same stay away. Position 10, pleaded criminal trespass, time served with a stay away from the same location. And position 11, pleaded the criminal trespass, time served with a stay away from that same location. The possession of marijuana less than an ounce will be null prost.
Thank
And
you.
that was your understanding, Mr. Bartels, and do you stipulate for the purposes of the plea to all the 3 elements for each case?
That is our understanding, and we do so stipulate for plea purposes.
All right, thank you. Mr. Ward, I'm going to ask you some questions to make sure you want to take a plea today. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm testimony you give today will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, I do.
All right, you can put your hand down. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at this time?
I took medication for my surgery.
Well, okay, any drugs that would affect your ability to understand what's happening today?
No.
Do you understand this proceeding?
Yes.
And do you want to take pleas in these cases today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with Mr. Bartels' representation of you?
Your Honor.
And you understand that if you take pleas, you cannot go back to that location whatsoever. You fully understand that, Mr. Ward, that Big Brother Food Mart?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you understand you're giving up your right to trial in each of these cases. This will be the end. There will be no other court dates.
Yes.
And you wish to do so?
Yes, I wish to do so.
And you understand taking a guilty plea can affect other cases or employment or other things you may try to do that I might not be able to guess what those things are in the future, Mr. Ward? Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. As to the charges of criminal trespass in each of the cases we listed, Mr. Ward, how do you plead?
Guilty.
I accept your guilty plea. Mr. Bartels, is there anything additional?
Nothing additional, Your Honor. Thank you. And thanks, Ms. Tucker.
All right. Mr. Ward, best of luck to you. Do not go back to that location, okay?
All right.
All right. Take care.
Thank you.
All right, we're gonna go back into the breakout room. I'm gonna just hit join breakout 1.
Okay.
Judge Williams, did you want me to stay on for another plea?
Yeah, Ms. Greenhouse, there aren't any more, please.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Michael to put us on break.
Yeah. We got a chat message, just that.
Did you, Mr. Bartell, did you see the, click on where it says breakout rooms at the bottom? And it should allow you to join that breakout room.
Okay,
Go to more, see if it's in there.
all right, yeah, we're working on it here.
Okay.
Find breakout room.
Join breakout room, okay, working on it. Here we go.
We lost courtroom 2 again.
This is something.
Yeah, they were like that yesterday. Something's going
I
on.
read the notes and all the messages and everything.
I had to log into the app just to get on Zoom. I couldn't even get on it from the regular internet.
Oh, you couldn't? Oh, I'm happy I was here then.
Yeah, I logged into the Zoom app.
Oh. And then I think we got something came over while we was in court about the system having some issues, I'm assuming.
Yeah, phone lines were the phone thing wasn't working, the customer service line.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, hopefully they'll come back on.
2 people to go. 2. Maybe I'll call him and get it and that's it. It's got Jones and tomorrow. Right. Here they come.
Two announcements for reset. So hopefully we can do this in about 3 minutes. Once we get back in.
Did you see it pop up on your screen?
Yes, sir. We got it right now.
Hit
Okay.
Hit join.
Damn.
We're done this time.
Is this it, Mr. Jordan?
That's it. We're done.
Okay.
See you later.